Hello, it's Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is Simply Sweet Saturday, and I'm going to be working with the, it's called the Beauty of the Earth Suite. And that suite comes with a lot of really beautiful stuff. We've got our beautiful stamp set, Beauty of Friendship, and we have matching dies that go with that when you stamp. A lot of things get cut out. Isn't this beautiful? A lot of pretty sentiments on here. And we also, in that suite, there's also an embossing folder. Very, very nice embossing folder. And it's called Bark. And it's a 3D embossing folder. And of course, there's designer series paper. And this is simply gorgeous paper. So let me just show you. If you haven't seen this already, it's absolutely beautiful paper. Look at how pretty that is. That's going to make some beautiful autumn cards. Isn't that lovely? I have so many autumn cards in mind for this designer series paper, but this is the one I'm going to be working with here. I just want to show you what I did. It actually comes like this, where you can cut it down the middle. Okay, it comes 12 by 12. All of those sheets come 12 by 12. I just cut them down to 6 by 6. And that's how this sheet came. But what I decided to do was cut it in 4-inch increments. And so that gave me these sheets here. I've got, oh, I guess I have to put it back together here. That kind of gave me this right here. Okay. And then I've got this beautiful light, very pale sheet right in the center. And if you notice this, I have embossed it with that bark. Isn't that pretty? And this is what I'm going to use on the front of my card, and I'm going to use this other side on the inside of my card. So let's get started. We are just going to make a thinking of you card. This is going to make a really pretty landscape card, I think. Yep. I got a lot of things planned for this suite. It is just so wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do, going to sound a little bit weird, but I'm going to take a piece of vellum. And let's see, let me see if I can grab one of my silicone craft sheets here. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see it because vellum is transparent. But here we go. I guess you can see it a little bit better. And I am going to just put a very, very light color of Misty Moonlight. And that's one of the colors that's in the designer series paper, Misty Moonlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little block. And this one is my B block, and I'm just going to tap the corner of it like that. In fact, I probably put too much on there, but that's okay. You could make more than one card with that ink. And I'm going to take my brush that I've been using with most of my blue inks, and I'm just going to rub that in the block, just kind of get it nice, even color on this brush. Okay, not too heavy. And then I'm just going to go right in the middle of this. I probably should have used the side because I could do 2 cards with this, but that's okay. We've got more vellum, and if we don't, we'll order more. And I'm just going to be coloring just a little spot. You can probably see it better if I do it like that. See that? Okay, now you can see it better. And I don't want to make it too dark, but I want to make it big enough for my stamp that I'm going to be using. Okay, I want this very, very faint blue on the background. Okay, and then let me put that aside. And then I'm going to be bringing out this stamp, these 2 stamps actually, this one and that one. And I'm going to be stamping them with the, oops, I just dropped something. I'm going to be stamping them, one with Cajun Craze and then the other with Merry Merlot. Those are 2 of the colors that are in that designer series paper. So I'm going to get out my Cajun Craze ink here, and I am going to stamp this off, okay, because it is kind of a really dark shade. It does lighten up, but I don't want it to be so dark on here because I don't want it to take over the whole color scheme here. So I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle of that vellum like that. And then I'm going to take my Merry Merlot, and I do want the Merry Merlot full strength, because this stamp here is not as, there's not as many ink spots. Well, actually, I think there are, but they're in different spots. So I'm going to very carefully try to line this up the best I can. And I'm not too worried that it matches perfectly. But look at this. This is beautiful. But wait. Look on the other side. It's got kind of a lighter, more mystified color scheme going on right there. So I'm going to just hit this with my blow dryer, or actually not my blow dryer, my heat gun. Let me put this aside here. I see that glare from my lamps on here. Okay, so we're just going to hit this with the heat gun just to dry it up a little bit, and then we're going to be die cutting this. Now the reason why I want to hit it with the heat gun is because even right now I can still smear the ink, but I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't so wet. So let's die cut this, and we're going to be using this die right here from this die set. And we're going to take that to the cut and emboss machine there, but we're also going to be die cutting this one here. And I want to die cut this out of this one. See, it's got that wood grain on the back. I'm going to just put that right here, or should I put it like this? I don't know. Let me see. No, I think I want to put it this way. Yep, let me use my paper snips. Where are my paper snips? And I'm just going to cut a little bit of this out so there's not so much paper in my die cutting machine. And here we go. We're going to die cut both of these pieces here, and we'll be right back. So here is my die cuts. How pretty that is with that blue in the background. And then this one here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to place this on top of here. But I think I want to turn it over because I think I like the vellum not so, strong with color. It's not, because this is actually very faint here too. So if you notice, before I told you that I put this through that embossing folder, and I'm going to also be using this piece, but what I need to do is cut them down. Right now they're 4 inches by 6 inches, but I need to cut it down to 4. I'm going to leave it at 4, but cut it to 5 1/4 inches. So let me bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going 5 1/4 on both of these pieces. So I'm just going to cut them both at the same time. Okay, and here we go. All right, now I am going to get out my card base, and this is the card base I'm going to be using. This is a Misty Moonlight cardstock, and it measures 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I have scored it at 5 1/2. And I'm just going to be placing this right here on this on this card base. Excuse me. I'm just going to be using some of my seal. I think. Okay, I've got some Seal Plus on here. I want this to stay put really nicely here, and I want to make sure that there is an even border all the way around, or somewhat even border all the way around. And then I am going to be placing my tree, and I'm just going to be using a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. So let's get out our silicone craft sheet so we can apply the multi-purpose liquid glue on this. Just a little bit here. There's a lot of blank spots here that you can put the glue on. And I am going to set this right close to, let me grab my tweezers. I think I had them out. Did I have my tweezers out? I don't know. Can't find them now. Oh, here they are. Okay. And I'm just going to put this one right here, close to the bottom. Okay. And then I want to raise this up a little bit using some dimensionals, but I have to be real careful where I put my dimensionals. So let's get out our dimensionals, but we're going to use the small ones, the itty bitty ones here. And let's see, I want to grab my take your pick tool so I can pick this up like this. And we're going to put these only where there is ink that, you know, just the spots where there's ink and it's not transparent there. Okay, let's see, where else do we want this? I don't need it in too many spots, but I'm just going to put 3 here. Well, actually, you know what? I could also cut one of these dimensionals in half, right? That would be a good thing. And if we do that, then we can put some on the sides here, like this. Grab that other one, and like this. That we have a little bit of stability on the side. And I've already taken the paper off of that one there. Let's get all of this paper off of here using my take your pick tool to do that. And now let's place this. I'm going to grab my tweezers. We're going to place this right here, right in the middle here. Okay, you can see a little bit of that that tree across. So now we're going to put our thinking of you. I'm not sure if I want to put it here or down here or up here. I think I want to put it right here. So what I have is 2 little strips here, and this one measures 1/2 inch by 3 inches. This one measures 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4 inch. And what I'm going to use is the punch, which is called the Lovely Labels Pickup Punch. And I think I want to use the one with the little scallops here. I'm going to be punching first before I stamp. That way I know. Well, let's open it first, right? That way I know that I'm stamping right in the middle before I punch, or after I punch. Because if I do it before, I may not have it right in the middle, right? So I like to punch this. Let's make sure you got it right in the center there. Okay, so now I've got this label here. And now I want to do this little, this larger label. And we're going to punch that right like that. And turn it around and punch it like that, because this will do 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch strips for your labels. And so I'm going to be layering that over here like that, but I want to stamp it first, and I'm going to be stamping it in Thinking of You from the stamp set. And I have it on a block. I actually have it on block C. You could put it on a bigger block, but you see how I have it diagonally here. It helps me see better. It helps me to try to get it straight. And if I don't, we'll stamp the other side. I just want to make sure that it's kind of in the middle and kind of right there. See how we did? That's not too bad. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow Mono multi-purpose liquid glue on this. All right, and let's grab this, and we're going to just glue it right. Oop, I didn't grab it good enough. See, this is why I use my my silicone craft sheet, so I don't get glue everywhere, except for on the craft sheet. All right, here it is. I want to just make sure that there's even on top and bottom, and even from side to side. There is my label. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to move that away. I'm going to grab this, and like I say, I think I want to put that right here, and we will do that with some dimensionals. I can pull out my bigger dimensionals for this, and I'm just going to put 3 of them on here. Using my fingernails to peel this off. Okay, Thinking of You. Let's make sure that that is right in this center here, the best you can. We'll put that down there. Okay, and now I'm going to be placing this right here, but I'm going to be putting another sentiment on here, and the sentiment says, "You truly inspire me," and I'll put that right here. And I'm going to continue using the same Misty Moonlight ink. Ink. Stamp to ink. All right. Now I haven't glued it down yet. In case I mess up, I can try to get another piece of this if I could find another piece of this. But we're just going to go for it, right? Okay. There it is. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job on that one. So let's just take some more seal adhesive, and we're going to just put some seal down here. Make sure you have an even border all the way around. Probably be like 1/8 of an inch border all the way around your card here. You truly inspire me. And it looks a little bit plain. So, whoops. I just really messed up with this ink pad here, but you can't see it. It's off on this side. So anyway, let's see what else we can put on here. I'm going to go and get out all of my jewels here. And I am going to see what jewels I have that would look really pretty with that. Maybe some pearls? I think I've got some elegant faceted gems here. Yep. Not sure if these are still in the catalog, but I'm using some that I've already started using here. And I think I want to use some of these gold ones here. So let me pick these off. I'm going to, well, let's use this side of it and see. Yeah. Oh, I pushed that off. And they have, so if I just put just a few pretty little gems here, that is going to make all the difference in the world. We'll put a little one down here. Well, actually, maybe we can put 2 little ones right here. One right there. And one right here. Yep. And we'll put one more big one somewhere like right here. Okay. There is my card. Yep, I'm gonna I'll check the catalog to see if we still have these. I'm not even sure. I probably should have planned this out a little bit better, but you know what? Sometimes designing and stamping is just random, and you do what you like to do, and you use the supplies that you have. So this is my card for today using the Beauty of the Earth Suite. I keep having to look for that because I want to say the stamp set, but the stamp set is called, I have it here somewhere. Here it is, Beauty of Friendship. I keep wanting to say Beauty of Friendship, but it's called Beauty of the Earth Suite. And so the jewels do not come in the suite, but you can use any kind of sparkle or shine, or even maybe put some Wink Stella on some of this. But here's my card, my Beauty of the Earth Thinking of You card. I hope that you liked it. I hope that I've taught you something, and I hope that you will try this. So all of the tools and supplies that I used are going to be listed in the description, and you can also go to my website and do some shopping there at www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net. And I hope that I can be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. So once again, I'm Jeanette with Geamazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day.